World War II was a time of great turmoil and conflict, with battles and campaigns that have gone down in history as some of the most significant and impactful military operations of all time. From the beaches of Normandy to the jungles of the Pacific, the world was engulfed in a war that would shape the course of history for years to come. One of the most famous battles of World War II was the Battle of Stalingrad, which took place from August 23, 1942 to February 2, 1943. This brutal battle between the German and Soviet forces resulted in over 2 million casualties and is often considered one of the turning points of the war. The city of Stalingrad, now known as Volgograd, was a key strategic location for both sides, with control of the city being crucial to the outcome of the war on the Eastern Front. Another famous battle of World War II was the Battle of Midway, which took place from June 4 to June 7, 1942. This naval battle between the United States and Japan was a decisive victory for the Allies and is often considered the turning point of the war in the Pacific. The United States was able to intercept and decipher Japanese communications, allowing them to surprise the Japanese fleet and inflict heavy losses on their forces. The Battle of Midway marked the beginning of the end for Japanese expansion in the Pacific and paved the way for Allied victories in the region. One of the most iconic campaigns of World War II was the D-Day invasion, which took place on June 6, 1944. This massive operation involved over 150,000 Allied troops landing on the beaches of Normandy in an effort to liberate Western Europe from Nazi control. The invasion was a success, with the Allies able to establish a foothold in France and begin the long process of pushing the Germans back towards their homeland. The D-Day invasion was a turning point in the war and is often seen as the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. The Battle of the Bulge was another famous campaign of World War II, taking place from December 16, 1944 to January 25, 1945. This surprise German offensive in the Ardennes region of Belgium caught the Allies off guard and resulted in heavy casualties on both sides. The battle was one of the largest and bloodiest of the war, with over 600,000 troops involved and tens of thousands killed or wounded. Despite initial setbacks, the Allies were able to regroup and push the Germans back, ultimately leading to the end of the Nazi regime. The Pacific campaign of World War II was also filled with famous battles and campaigns, such as the Battle of Guadalcanal, which took place from August 7, 1942 to February 9, 1943. This grueling six-month battle between the United States and Japan was fought on land, sea, and air, with both sides suffering heavy losses. The Battle of Guadalcanal was a strategic victory for the Allies, as it marked the first time the Japanese had been defeated on land during the war. The campaign was a turning point in the Pacific theater and set the stage for further Allied advances towards Japan. In conclusion, the battles and campaigns of World War II were some of the most significant and impactful military operations in history. From the beaches of Normandy to the jungles of the Pacific, these battles shaped the course of the war and ultimately led to the defeat of the Axis powers. The bravery and sacrifice of the men and women who fought in these battles will never be forgotten, and their legacy will continue to inspire future generations for years to come.